Welcome to this week's episode of the Founder and the Force Multiplier podcast, where we explore how founders and leaders work together with their right-hand partners to turn ideas into action and build wildly successful businesses. Today, we're going to talk about the concept of an executive assistant and how that role has continued to evolve over the past several years, but I would say more recently, even in the past 10. So I've been in an executive support role for most of my career, but it wasn't until I attended a Keller Williams conference and read The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan in 2011 that I realized that an executive assistant right-hand partner role was exactly the career path that I wanted to pursue. It changed the trajectory of my career and set me on a mission to make sure that other EAs, force multipliers, executives, entrepreneurs, and leaders knew how important this partnership was to their businesses and their lives. I was so encouraged by the continued conversation around elevating the responsibilities, inclusion, visibility, respect, and the impact of the executive assistant career, but there was still work to be done. And there still is work to be done. One of the concepts that the Millionaire Real Estate Agent really emphasizes is the importance of the assistant role. In fact, Gary Keller recommends that it's the first hire that any real estate professional makes to grow their business. Furthermore, Keller discusses how this force multiplier position can grow and evolve with the leader and earn the right to move into an assistant executive position. That is right. What if we stopped putting so much focus on the assistant part of the title and really started emphasizing the executive part of the role? I've long said that EAs are also leaders. Regardless of the title they hold, the fact is EAs and other executive support staff are integral members of the executive leadership team and should behave as such and be treated as such. It's a two-way street. EAs must show up as the leaders that they want to see in their company, and leaders need to start recognizing the valuable contribution that their executive business partners make to themselves and to the company at large. Founders and force multipliers are responsible for one high-impact job. They simply make different contributions towards the overall goal, each rooted in their strengths. Executive assistants are critical staff and valuable members of the inner circle. Today's EAs are business-savvy leaders and are not content to sit on the sidelines. They want in on the action. They want to know that what they are doing is a value add to their executive and to the business as a whole, because it is. The new executive assistant, or should I say assistant executive, is rewriting the history books. Along these same lines, we are starting to see a lot of title changes that more accurately reflect the level of responsibility and impact of these executive support roles. Titles such as executive business partner, force multiplier, and chief of staff are becoming much more common titles across all industries, and I hope to see this trend continue. However, regardless of the title, it is much more about inspiring and enacting a paradigm shift. However, regardless of the title, it is more about inspiring and enacting a paradigm and mindset shift about the role than changing the title itself. Like with all change, it has to start with you, with us, with the executive assistant force multiplier community. Every executive assistant who continues to show up as a leader, develop their confidence and business acumen, and increase their decision-making, project management, and communication skills is helping us all get closer to this industry-wide respect and recognition that our chosen profession deserves. Here are a few ideas to get you started on how to level up and command that seat at the table. Number one, ask the right questions to help your leader prioritize and execute projects. One of the most important parts of being a strong strategic partner and invaluable force multiplier is understanding how your leader or executive thinks and makes decisions. And because many of our leaders are visionaries and have brilliant ideas on the daily, it is also our responsibility to help them prioritize those ideas and determine which are the most important ones to act on and which ones can wait. So while it would be nice to be able to read his or her mind, that's just not possible. In lieu of mind reading capabilities, you can get a better understanding of your leader's decision-making process with some key practices and, of course, by asking really great questions. If you want some of my favorite questions, you can head over to our blog and get 10 questions that you can ask your leader to help prioritize and execute projects. Number two, develop your executive presence. Executive presence, in short, is your ability to inspire confidence in your leader, your colleagues, and your direct reports. For EAs, this is especially important as we are often asked to lead without a traditional title of authority and must rely on our influential leadership skills to make things happen. Furthermore, you are leading up to your executive and down and out to others throughout the organization. Executive presence is an amalgamation of confidence, poise, clear and concise communication, reliability, vulnerability, and strength. It's a tall order, right? So let's demystify this concept and discuss how we can cultivate our executive presence and grow your career. We have more resources about that as well on our website. Number 3, force multiply your leader's 20%. An executive assistant handles all the miscellaneous responsibilities, tasks, and administrative duties that allow an executive to stay focused on leadership, strategy, and communication and growth. But we all know EAs aren't just going to focus on the 80%. Part of their job is helping the executive manage their 20%. An executive assistant manages the people, details, timelines, etc., to make an idea come to life. We do have a big breakdown of all of that on our website as well, so that you can look at how an executive assistant also helps their executive with their 20%. Number 4, cultivate your confidence at any stage of your career. Cultivating confidence is a practice. You don't develop confidence by reading about it in a book or listening about it on a podcast. You build confidence through action and experience and having the courage to take those first steps towards change. It's a bit more daunting and risky, but that's how you develop true confidence. 5, build trust with your leader. If there isn't trust between a strategic partnership, then the rest of the organization can really suffer some serious adverse effects. If trust is absent between two individuals who work as closely as a CEO and an executive assistant do, then how might that look to the rest of the organization? Well, I'm going to answer that for you. It's not great. Whether you are the leader of a company or the executive assistant to the CEO, you can both benefit from learning more about Brené Brown's 7 elements of trust. She uses the acronym BRAVING, BRAVING, and I think that's a really amazing framework to apply to your strategic partnership. I have a breakdown of that on our website, so go check that out. And finally, become an impact player. Impact players are those individuals who make a significant contribution individually, but who also have an enormously positive impact on the team. What really differentiates them from their colleagues is that impact players believe that opportunity exists even amidst challenges and ambiguity. They see the world through a lens of opportunity rather than a lens of threat. They see these challenges as an opportunity to step up, add value, and take action. So, what does it take to become an impact player? I really love Liz Wiseman's framework to explain what an impact player is and how those characteristics and actions directly relate to the roles that force multipliers fulfill. Again, you can check out some more details on that on our website. So, executive assistant or assistant executive, that is the question, and the answer is up to us.